Hello, Vida. Good morning and good day
Hi,
to all of you.
hi, Dea. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of our Soul Talk.
Yeah. Yes. So how have you been this week?
I really had an amazing week, Dea. I met a lot of people, and thanks for these episodes that we have started. More and more people are getting more awareness and understanding about their situation. So I feel that more and more people are getting to feel the real peace that we deserve. So I'm really happy and
Yes.
grateful for that. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it's been a good week for me as well and busy as usual and yeah, lots of things are opening up and lots of opportunities, lots of blessings and I am really grateful for that as well. So let's recap on what we've talked about in the last episode. It's about we sort of answered a anonymous poster in one of
Yeah.
the groups that I am in, and it's about parenting styles. It's about
Mm.
relationships with a mother and child. So it's a very broad topic, and if you missed it, in case our viewers have missed it, please go back on episode 2 and I ask you if you have any questions with regards to that or any that you need to clarify. Please feel free to message us or comment on the video. Okay. And so, Vida, what is our topic for today?
Thank you so much, Dea, for giving that beautiful introduction. So I've been reading a lot about authenticity and attachment, and I came across see how God actually answers. Whenever we have questions in mind, and you have this space in your heart that what, I really want to know more about this. I want to get more awareness, and the answer really
Mhm.
comes because
Yes.
personally my belief is the answer is already there. It's just me tuning
Yes.
into that answer or solution.
Yes. Yes.
So I came across this. It was actually a video of Gabor Mate talking about authenticity, and he mentioned
Mm-hmm.
that he argues that when parents, caregivers, primary caregivers, they reject or discourage the children's authentic selves, yeah, through different means. A lot of times it's not being intentional that that they discourage the authentic selves of the
Yeah.
children.
Yes.
But what
Yes.
happens is that when that happens, well, there's a lot of unhealthy dynamics that result to it, yeah. But same time, it's just like there's a dilemma for the children to exercise of who they really are, yeah, to be able to express themselves for who they truly are.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so we want to talk about that, the balance
Yeah.
between authenticity and attachment. And
Yeah.
just to give you a brief, attachment is actually the deep emotional bond of a child to the parent, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, we focus on the of the bond with the mother, which is very relevant and critical because we
Yeah.
actually breastfed, or we came from our mothers, right? It doesn't mean
Mm-hmm.
that our fathers is less. Anyway, so I want to discuss that with you because it's a very interesting topic. So what do we do in
Yes.
order to gain the love and affection of our parents, and how not being able to have that when we're children
Mm-hmm.
affects us
Mm-hmm.
in our adult lives, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so how do you feel about that, Dea?
Well, as a child, I did not really feel that I was that parang I am not uh I wasn't really I didn't grow up to have this I could express whoever I am and especially to my father. to my mom, well, she's not really. They have a very different parenting style. So my mom is a quiet type. So and my father
Mhm.
is a more open and more can communicate whatever it is that he needs to teach us and show us and things like that. So I feel that this authenticity is is what do you call that? Yeah, is
So
it?
can sorry,
Yeah,
can I
yeah,
help you
yeah.
on
So I
to just to give us a definition of authenticity, Dea?
mm,
Probably it's
mm.
gonna trigger or remind you of some memories.
Yeah,
This talk
yeah,
is not about
yes,
triggering other people, but it's just about
yes, yes,
yeah, being conscious about what happened to us and where
yes.
we are now. Yeah. So when we speak about authenticity, it's actually being true to ourselves. It's about being able to express our emotions, our feelings, our desires, our needs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's just being able to communicate actually in whatever
Yeah,
ways or means
yes,
that we can and we're comfortable. Yeah. It's about being able to feel safe, to be who we
mm,
truly are. Yeah.
mm,
In times of feeling that we're not comfortable or there are unpleasant situations, and that we can still be true to ourselves and say, hey, I don't feel good
yes,
about that. So
yeah,
and this actually stems from the time that we were children, how our parents were able to hold space for us. Yeah. So
yeah,
that's what it means by being able to be authentic. um, so right now we can look at it in the adult sense, but going back, because it all stemmed from
ah,
when we were a
yeah.
child.
I get what you mean. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And if you
So it's
allow me,
different
they
now.
yes,
Yeah, so
yes,
it's
it is.
different now. The way you look at things, it's different now than when you were still a child and
Mm,
you don't have yeah, okay, I understand that. Okay.
actually, it's more like how we were in when we were children reflects act, okay, whatever situation that we are in right now, it actually reflects the template that we had and which was formed when we were children. So it's
Yes.
actually the same. It's I'm sure it's just a different perspective. So
Yes.
have you heard of this phrase that there's no well, it's one of my favorite line is actually there is no such thing as a baby, because it's a mother,
Yeah, yes.
it's a mother and baby. It's I just found out actually it was mentioned by a British pediatrician. Yeah, thanks to
Yes.
him or her, Winnicott. So it's so if I may quote it, Dea, with your permission.
Yes.
So it says here, if she show me a baby, you certainly show me someone else who is caring for the baby. Yeah.
Mm,
The,
mm,
and the unit here is not the individual. The unit here is the individual environment set up. Yeah. So when a baby is born, a mother is born. And there is
yeah.
a considerable evidence that at this time and for months thereafter, her needs for contact exceed those of the infant. So
Yeah.
just want to reiterate something there that, we have so much focus about it's almost like a blame culture. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I turned out to be like this because of you, mom.
Ah,
Yeah.
because all right. Okay.
But at the same
Yeah.
time, you know, uh, we need to be able to look at what happened to our mothers, right? What happened to our
Yes.
fathers when they
Yes.
had us as
Yes.
babies. Yeah. So
Yes.
we can go and look at you know how were our parents at that time, the environment. So there is a beautiful quote from I think it's a saying from Africa that it takes a village
To raise
to raise a
raise
child.
a child.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes. And the thing that I wanted to add in this in that quote, that when a baby is born, the mother is born as well.
Mm,
Yeah, that's very true because especially in our journey, like the ASD moms and dads, we really all the manuals that are available is not really doesn't really work in our journey. I mean, it's really a different ball game in our situation. So I really believe that a mother is born when a baby is born because you know you don't know what to do, even if you have these books, because I used to read books as early of parenting and motherhood,
Mhm.
like as early as like 15 or 16 years old. But you know what?
Wow.
Yes, because I'm very interested in that. I don't know why, but I am so interested in that. So, but then when Sean was born, I I sort of like, okay, I am doing this discipline because I read in a book, like, but it doesn't really work. There is no template, like there is no like a sure um uh book that would tell you how to raise your children or how to raise your baby. So it's really different. No matter how many books you've read, it's just there to guide you, but it's different. I mean, every child is different as well. So
Yeah, yeah, that's so true. It just reminded me, when you mentioned about, well, when I read about that, when a baby is born, a mother is born. I feel that is so true for me because I never liked kids when I was growing up because they were noisy. Um, so of course now it's different, right? But then
uh-huh.
when I was growing up, I didn't really have a lot of friends. I was very much an introvert. I was quite isolated. So I saw myself growing up to be a loner. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I would not speak a lot actually. Now I have more understanding because first I felt that I was born very sensitive. Yeah, it's more like a skill. It's a gift and a curse as well. Because I used
Uh-huh.
to cry a lot when I was a baby. I was growing up. I would cry a lot, and then my mom actually told me that I gave her a hard time. so
Ah, okay.
so when I say that, actually now I feel that there's guilt, because we have to understand that before we became adults, we became a child, right? That's why we have all these
Of
talks about the
course.
importance of going back to our childhood experiences,
Of
because how we
course.
were as children, how we were raised, how we were our needs met by our parents actually dictate who we are right now. Yeah. So when we
Yes.
go back
Yes.
to the topic of authenticity, I felt that I did not really know what to do. So it's more like I knew based on the conditioning. So conditioning is I knew
Mhm.
because of what I have seen in my environment, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the thing is,
Yes.
when we are talking about these things, yeah, there's no blame culture here. Once more, it's just about understanding what happened then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously now that I have done a lot of self healing and understanding and awareness about my childhood experiences, I really have more awareness about why did I become like this of who I am right now.
Yes.
Although when we talk about who are we right now, we are actually an evolving being. Yeah, we are
Yeah.
multidimensional. We know that, and we evolve. We don't
Yes.
get stuck in one moment. Although we say
Yes.
that a lot of people are feeling stuck, but we are continuously evolving. So what I was saying is that motherhood did not come to me naturally. No,
Mm, mm,
when I found
mm.
out I was pregnant, I wasn't very excited about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. And then because I saw how people were, how mothers were, it was very difficult for them. Seeing my
Uh-huh.
mom. So see me as a child, seeing my mom,
Mm-mm.
and there were five of
Mm.
us. Yeah. Uh,
Yes.
and I was like actually there's six of us. Yeah. So the
Yes.
miscarried baby was the one before me, which was the third one. So I'm the fourth one. And there's not, so obviously the mother is just, and my mom did not work. So basically we had house help.
Yeah.
And like I have two children, and the
Yes.
kind of
You
pressure
did.
and difficulties,
Yes.
challenges I had with
Yes.
raising two children was so
Yeah.
intense. What about those people, like my
Who
mom?
has
So
more? Who has
so
more?
so I'm telling you, I'm sharing this information because facts or stories about me in order for people to understand how beliefs are formed, right? So
Yeah.
there are
Yes.
beliefs that are told to you, like, hey, you should, like for Filipinos, you know what, study hard so that you can find a job easily, and it's like, oh
Yes.
my God, we don't have this mindset of going into business and being entrepreneurs. So as opposed
Yes.
to my classmates who were Chinese, and they were raised to go
Yeah.
to work so that you will have, a lot of ideas about setting
Yes.
up your own business. So
Yes.
it
Yes.
all goes back to how we were as children, right? And
Yeah.
just to go back
Yes.
to the topic again, thank you, Dea,
Yeah.
about the authenticity, how to be able to express ourselves fully. So I didn't see that because my mom was not very expressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what, Vida, being a mother as well, I think, and I believe, I don't think, but I believe that all parents are have the best interest for their child, you know. And I keep on telling you this, like, there are times that I'm struggling as a mother of an ASD kid, and and
Mm.
and at times, if not all the time, I'm lost because, because it's like, you don't know how to navigate, you don't know how to, because they cannot communicate with you, and it's so difficult to think for them. I mean, it's not even right to think for them. Per se. So it's like, you have to really be open to, communicating and connecting with a child, so that you would be able to understand where they're coming from, and what they need and what they want, things like that. But I really believe that all mothers and all fathers have the best interest, have the best things, wanted the best things for their children, right?
Yes, because inherently we are always doing our best. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the consciousness as human consciousness and the consciousness being soul, and they need, there has to be a balance and reconciliation, yeah, a harmony.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Mm-hmm.
holistic health approaches because it doesn't only
Yeah.
look at the physical body, but it makes us
Yes.
understand the other areas as well. Um,
Yes.
so I know on a spiritual, on a soul level, we are always doing our best. And we came
Yes.
here, we chose to be mothers. Maybe on a human environment, on a human consciousness, oh, I didn't want to become a mother. But on a
Yeah.
higher consciousness, you sign up for this, girl.
Yes.
Yeah. And and even people who are not into that understanding of soul consciousness, we always do our
Yes.
best given
Yes.
the understanding, the awareness, the resources that we have at a given time. We act based on our best interest, yeah, at that point
That's
in
right.
time. that's
That's
why
right.
re-
That's right.
that's why regret comes later, because later means like, oh, I didn't see it that way, now I know. So you have more
Yeah.
information, right? So definitely
Yes.
based on the information you have right now, you will be able to make the better judgment, which is actually the best at this time, not at the
Yes.
time, because
Yes.
you didn't know about some information at the time that
Of
you made the
course.
decision.
Of course.
So
Of course.
I think, thank you so much for highlighting this day, kasi uh well, I did have a lot of clients where their issues, in fact, most of them have this
Mm.
attachment trauma.
Yeah.
And in fact, one of my money business coach, who is also a therapist, yeah, and I've learned so many things from him. He mentioned in one of
Mm.
our courses that almost every one of us, in fact, everybody has got attachment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
attachment trauma in
Yes.
therapy, it's like it's a break in the bond. It's a disconnection of a child, disconnection of the bond between a child and usually the mother or the father as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so sometimes it's not about what happened to the child and the mother. It's about, because of epigenetics as well, because of we carry the genes of our ancestors, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So, and as we mentioned last time, a mother, when we are 5 months old when our mothers are 5 months in her mother's womb, all her egg cells
Mm.
are already there. So there's so many
Yes.
things that was happening in that environment already that was affecting the chemical composition of our body. And we
Yes.
do know that we are a vibrational being, so we have
Yes.
a frequency, a vibrational frequency. And this is
Yeah.
more like on an energetic consciousness, because we are not just a
Yes.
physical body. Yeah,
That's right.
we have subtle bodies as well.
Yes.
So the purpose of this awareness is to understand that, you know what, we are multidimensional beings, we are made of different
Yes.
parts. Yeah, and there's so
Yeah.
many levels and dimensions to look at things.
Correct.
And we're just, what we're trying to do here is what we are attempting to do or doing now is to bring all this understanding together.
Yeah, to
And
right. Yeah.
yeah, it will be helpful actually if more people would come up
Would
and
acknowledge. Yeah, and would acknowledge.
acknowledge and also
Um,
participate in our talks. Yeah,
that's
because
right.
there's,
That's right.
yeah, so going back to the authenticity again, or being able to express oneself, there's so many uh situations where I can personally say that, you know what, there was a break in the bond. And when we talk about the break in the bond on Dea, it's also called an
Mhm.
interrupted reaching movement. Yeah, because when
Ah,
a child, so apparently there's an inborn program for everyone to attach and to connect. So it's like
yes.
built in siya, hindi ba? So when we're
Yes.
born, we're looking for that somebody to attach, okay, to
Yeah.
connect with.
Yes.
Because that's,
Yes.
we are connected beings. Yeah, we are not meant to be alone. We are meant
Of
to be
course. Of
connected.
course.
Yeah. And so what happens then is, if the environment the child grew up in, or in the first years of the child's life, that the primary caregivers were not attuned to the needs of the child, what happens is
Yeah.
that all the more that, so the child will look for ways to attach themselves, so they have unhealthy attachment. Yeah. So
Yes.
attachment, by
Yes.
the way, it's not a negative. Yeah, in Philippines we say, oh yeah, you're attached to that. Okay, but what we actually
Uh,
mean is that we have insecure attachment. But
yes.
there's
Yes.
also secure and healthy attachment styles. Yeah. So
Yes.
secure attachments is the parent or the bond wherein you're able to express yourself. So healthy attachment or secure attachment comes with authenticity. Yeah, it's the
Correct.
freedom and openness to be able to accept the other person's true self, even
Yes.
in times of unpleasant situations and discomfort.
Yes. Yes. And I think I've learned in spirituality that we can be detached yet loving. That is what they are teaching us to do. It's like, because I think on this is on the unhealthier side of attachment, because when you are attached to a person, it's like you have so much expectations, and then you have so much you wanted this person to do a lot of things for you, and you don't want them to, you don't want them to you're they are they can become very sheltered because of your
Mm-hmm.
attachment, because you don't want them to let go and explore. It's like because of this attachment that you worry. So these are the things that sometimes um is in the attachment uh attachment with a child, or with your spouse, or with especially with your child. It's like don't do this because it might, it might be dangerous for you. So sometimes the child won't be able to explore so much because of this. I mean, I don't know if that coincides with the attachment that you're saying. So, but for me, like on a level of on a shallower level, it's like that, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, yeah, totally there. It's all related. Yeah, I feel that you cannot really talk about attachment without touching on the authenticity. They come hand in hand.
mm-hmm,
They're very important. Thank you for sharing about your experience. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's a very interesting topic, by the way. Sorry, my mind
Yeah.
just went somewhere else, and I wanted to say something.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. So where were we? Yeah. I I have this tendency to get so excited. And when I do
Yes.
that, yeah, it comes from when I was a child, obviously. It's just like so many things happening around me. And then
Yeah.
and I get to zone out. Actually, zoning out is like
Yes.
zoning in.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
and actually my mind just goes to different places. Yeah. So, and that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I'm so right now I'm learning to accept myself for who I am. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
um so in our there was a moment in time. Can I share with you like a really personal experience? Yeah, like 2 months
Yes.
back, I felt really disconnected. Yeah, I felt disconnected. And why is that? I felt so attached to people, to family, to friends, and the attachment came with expectations. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the expectation was, when we get hurt, it's because we're not able to detach ourselves from them, right? It's like
That's
we're
right.
not we're not able it's like we are looking for the to validation, by the way, acceptance and
Yeah. Yeah.
validation. We are looking for belongingness. And when we
Yes.
don't feel that from others, their tendency is we feel disconnected, we feel we don't belong.
Yeah.
So we
Yes.
feel like, oh my god, I'm so alone in this world. Who. And I'm not making fun of people who goes through that. But what I
Of course.
realized, Dea, is that it's actually misdirected. When we start looking at other people to validate and accept us, you know that's already flawed.
Uh-huh.
Because, well, being adults, it is our responsibility to reparent those inner child which needs love and validation. So people say, oh,
Yes.
you should learn to love yourself, you should validate yourself. Okay, but it's also important to understand where did it come from. So
Yeah.
children, so when
Definitely.
when children were when a child is born, the parents are meant to fulfill the emotional needs also of the children, right? So we keep
That's
on
right.
talking about
That's
this
right.
emotional holding. So you will hear that, oh my god, my child, you're a champion. I used to say this to my children, yeah, even when they're asleep. Like, you're a champ, like, and you're amazing, you're worthy, you're so beautiful. Yeah, this was me correcting the mistakes that I have done when my children, especially my firstborn, was, when I first saw her, I did not feel that motherly instinct immediately. I was like,
Okay.
oh my God, she looks like her father, so ugly. And, and, and oh my God, so obviously I have imprinted that in my child's template,
Yeah. Yes.
so when she grew
Yes.
up,
Yes.
she felt, okay, Angela, please forgive me
Yes.
for saying
Yes.
this. But anyway, she's already healing that part of her. So there was a lot of
Yeah.
judgment, right? So,
That's
for
right.
me, just to understand Dea, I really love my child, yeah, because it
Yeah.
came
Of
from me
course.
at the same time,
Of course.
I mean, the motherhood feeling or bonding just grew. Because
Yes.
first, what happens is that parents, actually, not only the mothers, yeah, we have those inborn traits of nurturing. Okay,
That's right.
but
That's
depending
right.
on the environment that we are in,
Yeah.
those nurturing traits get amplified. Yeah. So
That's
see,
right.
it's already inherent, it just gets amplified. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, nature has a way. It's just so amazing and beautiful. I can just have this awe and wonder with the creation of God, right? Like,
Yes.
God equipped us to have that nurturing ability and feelings for our children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
when we have that, and the child and the parent, actually, when she was a child, or when our parents were children, and for, let's say, for example, they grew up in a loving, supportive environment where they were free to express,
Mm-hmm.
and their
Mm-hmm.
parents were expressive also. It cannot
That's
be
right.
that the parents are feeling true to themselves, and they're having loving and supportive relationship, and then the child grew up like. That's also possible, by the way, because We
Yeah.
are not only defined by our experiences in this lifetime. I know it's quite a controversial topic, but there are other
Yeah. It
factors as
could
well,
be.
right?
Yeah. It could be
So
possible.
that's possible.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
parents' responsibility actually is to nurture the child and to tell the child, you know what, you're amazing. You're capable of doing all
Yeah.
these things.
Yeah.
So when the child is learning to walk, it's okay, but there's this whatever, just be careful. If you run too fast, you may fall and the child will fall. And it's
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
It's okay. You
Yes.
can get up. And if when the child cries, what do we do actually in our culture? So don't cry, like so
Yes.
so
Yes.
there's another
Yes.
limiting belief actually that's so damaging. Yeah, especially for
That's
boys.
right.
Boys do not cry. I have friends who
Yeah.
are in this culture where we are staying, and I have seen them. Although we took the same course, I still see when their cultural beliefs are playing out. Yeah, like a boy
Yeah.
fell down, like, oh, you shouldn't cry. Oh, why not? We are emotional beings, right? One of our subtle body is actually an emotional body. So how can you suppress that? So when that
Yeah.
emotional body is suppressed, tendency is that child will grow up to
To s-
suppressed, repressed
yeah.
emotions,
Yes.
and they're not able to express themselves healthily in a healthier
Yes.
manner. Yeah.
That's right.
So sometimes they just run away, they ignore, they shout, they scream. It's because
Yeah.
they mirror the environment they were in when they were children, when they were growing up. So
Yeah.
I know this is a very exciting topic, but do we dwell on the past? We don't dwell on the past, but for therapeutical purpose, it's important to understand where our issues are coming from. Yeah. So
That's correct.
awareness is the first step to awareness and understand. Awareness actually gives us the opportunity to be able to understand, right? And accept
Yes.
where we come from. So
Yeah.
when we are
Yeah.
able to understand, and there's already this, so it's like whatever is deeply hidden in our psyche, yeah, in our subconscious mind, we just bring them
That's
up to
right.
light.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
us being mindful and being intentional and conscious, we get to understand, okay, why was I screaming in order for me
Yes.
to make myself heard? I don't have to. So there's a lot of compassion also that we need to exercise. Yeah. So we can
That's
always do something
right.
now from this moment. In
That's
fact,
right. That's
if
right.
you're tuned into this talk, to this soul talk, you have a lot of wisdom, even though it's an
Yeah.
intellectual wisdom, than when we
Yes.
started,
Yes.
right? Because
Yes.
when our hearts connect, even with the presence of communities, yeah, it's not just all about talking, but it's the energy that we share. When I do my
Mm-hmm.
therapy, Dea, our relationship as friends, yeah, the reason why I
Yeah.
really nurture our relationship and value it because there's a lot of we hold space for each other. So there are times where
That's
you
right.
speak and you want to express yourself, and then there are
That's
moments
right.
where I get to be able to express myself as well in uncomfortable
That's
moments.
right.
And you are there to remind me, Vida, is that coming from ego? And like, yeah, but you know what? I accept it, and and then we start laughing about it because there's nothing wrong with that. When I say there's nothing wrong with that, just being conscious of our tendencies
Yes.
actually
Yes.
releases
You're
all those
there.
limiting beliefs
Yeah.
there, right? It's
That's right.
already instant
That's right.
healing. And then you know
That's
that next
right.
time, maybe one time, two times, you will still be reminded, or situations will arise where you will have those
Yeah.
tendencies
Yeah.
where you show the hurt. But when you are
Yes.
conscious, we start being conscious about it. The energy becomes less relating to those unhealthy
That's right.
tendencies,
That's
right?
right. That's right. Even
Yeah.
if you tell me, like even if you tell me, Dea, no, don't think like it's not the way. Don't think about that, but think of this instead. It's like, isn't it that whenever we have our conversation, okay, mind your words because you could have you should it's like it's you put it in this context because it's better. And you know what, sometimes you say maybe I'm being too much, like I'm too much, that I tell you this and that, and I say to you that no, actually I really appreciate it a lot because I wouldn't open up to you if I don't need help. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
saying things to you if I know everything. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that. And going back also, one more thing to add to what you're saying, as an ASD parent or as an
Mm.
ASD mom, it's we tend to, because most of our kids are cannot express themselves. So what's happening is, you always, I don't know, it's like you're always, you wanted your ways, you put on your ways on your child, but the child is only non-speaking, but they are not children, non-thinking. Do you know what I mean? It's like they just cannot express themselves and talk, but it doesn't mean that they don't understand us. That's why
Mhm.
whenever we talk about them to our friends, or we have to be careful because they can understand and they can hear us. They just cannot express themselves, but they can hear us. So whatever it is that we talk about, that it's so difficult, this child is so difficult, or this child, they know that, they can hear that, and they can understand that perfectly.
Yeah.
They just cannot
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, that's so true. So the way I look at it is, in my practice day, people come for different, either they were diagnosed with depression, and they say, it's funny actually when they come and like, I have depression, yeah, I have anxiety, and obviously some people are crying when they come, but I feel like they're so identified with these things, right? And
Mm,
so the way I look at things is like, what is the emotion there, what is the energy? So the way I would probably look at, and this is not trying to undermine or make
of course, no.
undermine the spectrum. Yeah, I do have you
Yes, yes.
respect, because I cannot really fully fathom what you are going through, because I don't have children with autism in the
That's right. That's
autism
right.
spectrum. But what I'm just
That's
saying
right.
is that I would not look at them differently, but I always like to have a single standard. Yeah, which means that, so when babies are born, it's the parents' responsibility to nurture, to be there to co-regulate the nervous system of the child. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
that for the children with on the autism spectrum, they're not, most of them are not able to verbalize, right? So it doesn't mean that
Yes.
they're not having their emotions. It doesn't mean that
Exactly.
their brains,
Exactly.
maybe the analytical part of the, we don't know also what's happening in the brain, right? Because we are
Exactly.
all different. So maybe some children
Yeah.
in the autism spectrum, they understand, but they're not able to verbalize. So that's why
Yeah.
they get upset. So let's take, for example,
Yes.
the children in the autism spectrum, they don't understand, and they don't able they're not able to express it as well. So it's like they're babies, right? Because I
Mm.
understand it's like a
Mm.
global, they have a delayed development, right?
Yes.
Globally.
Yes.
So it's for the parents to still feel and show the nurturance of these children. Yeah. And takes a
That's
lot, I
right.
feel that, it takes a lot of understanding, and for for the parents to be able to support their children, regardless if they're neurotypical, neurodivergent. I mean, we
Mm.
have
Mm.
different needs. And when I say that, I have read also that, like I have mentioned earlier, that inherently we are given this nurturing abilities, yeah, in
Yeah. Yeah.
us, and they get to be activated only depending on the environment. So that's the reason why we
Yes.
have this kind of talks, because we want to be able to reach out to more people and express
That's right.
themselves. And then, our energy alone, the energy of the mother. Yeah, sometimes I can see you, with your frustration, and even me as a parent or a human being, not being able to express myself fully to other people, I feel and
Mm.
see the frustration, yeah, on both
Yes.
sides. And sometimes we're not able to verbalize it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I do feel the energy, and I believe that everybody can feel that energy. We may not
Yes.
necessarily understand what it does, but if much simpler actually, because I love complicated things. Yeah, so so it's my journey to make things much simpler. It's not like I like complicated things. It's more like I find it fascinating to understand the intricacy of
Yeah,
things. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
to
When
make,
when things, yeah,
yeah,
when
it's just
things are more
that's yeah, that's
yes,
just
I
how
get
my
you.
my
Yeah.
mind works. Okay. Okay. So to simplify, so I always like to put emotions or things in two places. Yeah, in two buckets. Yeah, for simplicity purpose. So
Yeah.
place of love, a bucket of love, and a bucket of fear. And love comes in it compassion, understanding, acceptance, nurturance, uh and fear is like manipulation, control, forcing one wills to another person,
That's right.
expectations, like this unhealthy attachment that you're mine, you belong
That's
to
right.
me. And so
That's right.
so when
Correct.
when and autonomy, and being an empowered soul comes from that place of love. So
Yeah.
when I believe that, like as individuals, regardless of who we are and what we are, when we're able to understand that we have a choice to choose
Yeah.
to come from a place of love. Yeah. So, and
Yes.
then have that intention.
Yes.
And it starts with the willingness, basically, the willingness to
Yeah.
change your ways. Yeah. And you say, that's not my
Yes.
reality anymore. Yeah. Okay. There needs to be some healing there, because awareness, by the way, it doesn't stop there. Awareness is
Of
just
course.
one step. Yeah, but the wound,
Yes.
because trauma is wound, belief systems need to be changed. A lot of times the belief comes from the traumatic incidents that happened to us. Yeah, the trauma that
That's
affected
right.
us in our lives, and that needs to be looked at in a different way. Yeah, separately
Yeah.
with the guidance of therapists like me. I'm
Yes.
passionate about trauma healing and recovery, so I'll be able to
That's
help you.
right. Yeah.
And so it's actually a continuous process, and so willingness needs to happen there, and the desire
Yeah.
to change for the better, and seeing ourselves that we are empowered souls, that we are
That's right.
highly intuitive, we are highly resourceful. Yeah,
Yeah.
because those are our true essence. Yeah, going back to
That's right.
authenticity,
Yes.
who are we are children of God.
Yes.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
manifestation of God. you
Exactly.
know so we are divine beings, and we are
Yeah.
equipped with all this essence of creativity,
Yeah.
resourcefulness, love,
Yes.
bliss, abundance, right?
Yes.
So what we're doing now in our talks and in therapy actually is just to remind people of who they truly are. Come back to your
That's
heart.
right. That's right. That's right. And we are the masters of ourselves. I mean, we have, of course, we have God, we have the source, but we are the master. And a lot of people doesn't know this or have forgotten about this, that they can create the lives that they want. I mean, if they are really, it's like, whenever you are faced with a situation, before you can see what is around you, you have to go inside you first. It's like introspection. It's really, really vital that you go inside yourself first, because all the answers are inside you. And I always like this. I always like to share that, the three powerful combination whenever you're faced with a situation. It's like inward, upwards, and then forwards. But what's happening is, when you have a problem or when you encounter a situation, it's like, uh it's like outside factor, and then you pray, and then you forgot about going inwards. That's the thing. And also, Vida,
Mhm.
you mentioned about as well, yung the connection, the breaking the bond. In all our talks, we are talking about, I mean, you are talking about this. And I just wanted to say, because there is one one topic that I always I always see in my groups or in the ASD spectrum that once the child is diagnosed, this
Mm-hmm.
is a personal experience as well. Once the child is diagnosed and there is a diagnosis, you know what? And they are here in Dubai. They are with the parents. You know what? The even the professionals, the therapists, sometimes there are therapists or there are doctors that would say that, uh go I mean the therapies are cheaper in the Philippines, and so the parents are always thinking of, they are diagnosed 3-4 years old, and the parents would like to work here for to facilitate the expensive therapies, and then the child will be in the Philippines for the therapy. And you know what? We have experienced this ourselves as well. When Shan was diagnosed, no one has ever advised us that our child needs us. I mean, that's where the child needs us the most. But these parents would write in the groups that um I have bad feelings, or I have, it's so painful for me that my child will be away from me. But then they said that, the therapies are cheaper in the Philippines. And so this breaking of the bond, going back to breaking of the bond, the parents and all the advices would say, yeah, it doesn't matter because they are still small and they wouldn't remember that they were away from you. And this is the and I know now that this is not the case. I mean, I've been reading books about it as well. So
Mm-hmm.
my
Mm-hmm.
advice for them is, whenever it doesn't feel right, it doesn't sit right inside you, then that means that don't do it. That is your barometer. That is your, gauge, that the thing that bringing your child back in the Philippines and you staying here, and then there is a caregiver in the Philippines. It's not, it doesn't really, and it's not true that they won't remember it.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, Thea. Yeah, at the same time, it's sad when you think about it, the culture is meant to be there, the society is meant to be there to support us, right? First, we are here
Yeah,
in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, or anybody who left Philippines. We do not want to leave your parents, our families there, our friends,
yeah, yeah.
but we needed to do that because our own country was not able to sustain our needs there. Regardless
Yeah,
if we wanted to be richer, we wanted to have
yeah.
another life, but if the society was able to provide the needs of people, why would they have to
That's right.
go, right? And
Exactly.
they can
Exactly.
go. This is a free society. Well, yes, we want, ideally it's a free society and people are free to do
Yeah.
what they want, but it's just that what was our intention of leaving? So I see a lot of uh, so to think of it in a positively, it's like there's a lot that we all can do. Yeah. So when
Yeah.
I want to go back to, it takes a village to raise a child.
That's
Each one
right.
of
That's
us
right.
has an important part to play to raise our
That's
children,
right.
and it's
Yeah.
not too late as yet. I don't believe in that. It's ever too late for anything. When you
That's
want
right.
to
Yeah.
change and your heart is there, and start by the change that's needed for you to know who you truly are, coming back to
Correct.
yourself.
Correct.
Yeah, and then being mindful about your role to other people around you, especially if you're a mother or father. What's your role to your child, being responsible, and being responsible also to your relationship outside the house, right? And to your
Mm-hmm.
society. So there's so much of things that we can do, and I really pray that that the society where we come from will support us, even the society here, because I have been here for the last 27 years, and there are a lot of ways that society, the country is supporting us, but there's also a lot of
That's
ways
right.
that that they can still support us, right?
Accommodate. Yeah,
Being
accommodate.
expats us, being expats here, and
Yes,
so there's it's a evolving life, right? So we can learn
correct,
from
correct,
each
correct,
other, and at the same time
correct.
to build communities. And once
Yeah,
again, I really love these talks, they because it's not just talk, and it's just us learning to express ourselves. So
correct.
so as we actually speak, I see a lot of things that I can also improve. But same time, I'm reminding myself, Vida, be compassionate to yourself. It's okay. You and they
Yes,
are learning to express yourself and share, because
yes,
and I remind myself that, oh, I say in my heart center, and we just want to be able to help and reach out to people. Why do
that's
you have to
right,
do things
that's
by
right.
yourself if help is available, right?
I
So
know, I
if
know. And
yeah,
yeah, and during my time when I was, when I came here, and there wasn't really support. I mean, I when it comes to, I've been trying to reach out to some Filipino ASD parents as well, and there was really nothing. I think they're afraid, or but now help is available. I mean, and therapists, and who are willing to help, and to for you to understand things. So you just have to reach out. That is just your part, just to reach out and ask for
yeah.
help. Yeah.
Yes, and I think the same time is be compassionate to yourself. Whatever decisions that you
Yeah.
have made, if your children are back home and you are here away from them, or you made decisions in your life where you feel that you have crossed the disconnection with your children, uh, yeah, be kind to yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
perhaps you can remember
Yes.
that you are the soul, you're an empowered soul, and you came here to learn a lesson. But please
That's right.
learn your lesson. Yeah, take the next class.
Yeah.
Don't be stuck to grade one or kindergarten. Yeah, at the same time,
Correct.
be reminded that from grade one you don't get into the masteral, right? You get into
Of course,
the
of
next
course.
grade.
Yeah,
So
no, no.
yeah, thank you so much, Dea. We want to like share more and more, but same time, we understand about the timing. So let's
Yes.
continue in our next talk, whatever that we were not able to cover. There's plenty.
Yes, yes, yes.
And yes, so I just want to take this opportunity, Dea, to invite everyone to call me, to contact me personally, and us as well. We have different expertise, and so I'll be able to provide, and I'm happy to give discovery calls. These discovery calls are actually worth 3 therapy sessions. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I love to give them because they're packed with a loving space. I am not
that's
able
right.
to hold a call with anyone if I know that I'm not in the right space, where if I'm
That's
in a
right.
place of fear, I don't personally, just because of my personal ethics, right? and
That's
and I'm
right.
um so yes, so please connect. So I love to share whatever I can share. Yeah. At the same time, myself and Dea can use your love and support, and we are here to connect, and so that we can continue to do this beautiful work. Yeah, and we are called to
Yes,
do this,
yes.
and we just started this, but I'm sure there's plenty of them who would like to join us and be part of this
That's right.
community. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I really encourage everyone who watch this video to please give us a heart, or
Yes.
like thoughts, or something, so that we know that we've reached out, just to know that we have reached out to you, like to help you and support you as well in this platform. And yeah, and for all those people who messages me, and then who express that they watched the video, thank you very much, and please keep watching. Please. Yes. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
please keep watching, and share this to anyone who you think that needs help, or in the situation with the topic that we are discussing. And Yes, reach out to us, and we will be more than happy to hold space for you and to give you whatever nuggets of wisdom based on our experience and based on the things that we learn and read and watched. So there's a lot to offer as well. And Vida,
Yeah. Yes. They can I have like one thing? I was just going
okay.
through my notebook. I know. It's like so the I want to pose this question to you. Yeah, it came to me now, so it must be for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything? Is there anything that we can do for you now? Yeah. Is there anything that you need now? And is there something that we can do for you now?
That is
Yeah.
very
So please
beautiful.
let us know.
Yes. So
Thank
this
you
has
very much,
been,
Dea.
yes, this has been the Sunflower Souls. And I wish for us to heal, evolve, elevate, and transform. Thank you very much and have a happy weekend, everyone. Lots
Thank you
of
so
love and
much. Thank you.
blessings. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye bye bye.